Are you looking for a condo that's on the water but you don't want to deal with the crowds on the beach? Today I'm going to show you an overlooked option. Let's get to it. So today I'm going to introduce you to a cute little gem of a condo called Safe Harbor Village. It is gated. It is only 26 units, so it's low density, and it is right here on the Sound. As you can see, it is very windy and we are doing it. So this condo complex has a community pool. It's got a barbecue pit area, and I'll show you it in a second because it's really unique actually. It has a 365-foot deck that I'm on. It's wide though, so I'm not freaking out too much. And it's got a little sitting area at the end. You're right in the heart of Navarre. Like, you are literally across the street from Publix. You are by Buffalo Wild Wings, Chipotle, Starbucks, really close to schools if you have kiddos that are going to school here, or if you're a grandparent that just wants to help out your kids with their kids, with their grandkids. You're close to the schools. You're close to the beach. You can see it back there. You're just a little, like maybe 5-minute drive over the bridge. So close to everything. And this community is quite affordable considering HOA dues aren't super duper high. So let me introduce you to this amazing little community. All right, so Safe Harbor Village is an HOA community. You probably already guessed that, but it is. There's different prices for different, basically square footage. So I'm going to cheat and look at my notes so I don't mess up the numbers. But for a 1-bedroom, it's $363 a month. For a 2-bedroom, I found a little bit of a range because there's a little bit different square foot sizing for each of those 2 bedrooms that I found. But that was $545 to $740 per month. And then 3 bedrooms are $945 a month. Now it might seem a little high because we are on the Sound, not on the Gulf. However, keep in mind that this is a low density condo, which means there's not a lot of owners. You only have a couple of buildings. You only have 12 units per building. So keeping that in mind, there's not a lot of units here, so they're spreading that cost out. And you've got some pretty amazing amenities, which I'm going to show you after I show you my first unit. All right, so we're going to get right on into it. I'm going to show you a 1-bedroom unit on the first floor. It is unit D105. So here is your parking area. It is not dedicated parking, like they're not numbered, but all the times that I've been in here, I've never had an issue. And this is just for this small section of unit or building D. You still have a ton of parking over that way. But as you can see, it's actually a 3-story building, but there's only entrances on the first 2 stories. And you've got little clumps of 4. And then there are some on the other side here. It's the end of another neighborhood. But let's go check it out. So again, this is unit D105. So it's a 1-bedroom. It is 582 square feet, 1 bathroom, listed at $325. So the whole unit has been completely remodeled. They put some LVP flooring in the owner's suite here. Our owner's bedroom, they did a new fan, they did some plantation shutters. Now this bedroom is a pretty good size. It's a little hard to tell because you do have a huge king size bed in here, but you still have ample walking room around the bed, in between the dresser and whatnot. And then you still have room for a nightstand on either side. And then you've got your closet. It's tile throughout the rest of the property. So this unit does have washer dryer. It's a stackable unit here in this closet. Now, a lot of times people will overlook if there's a washer dryer in the unit simply because they're typically thinking, I'm only here for a couple of days. I'm going to pack enough clothes so I don't have to do laundry. However, if you've got people traveling with littles, Having a washer dryer in the unit is sometimes a make or break for them because they're doing laundry more frequently. If they've got, the baby's having a blowout or the toddler's spitting up or whatever. So having this washer and dryer is actually a great plus. Especially because it already has the units in here. Sometimes you'll see it just has the hookups and nobody put one, put a set in here. But having this in here is awesome, especially if you're going to live in it full time. So here is the bathroom. It has also been completely remodeled. And I like that they went ahead and made it really nice looking without going super over the top. They redid the whole thing, which is really nice. Actually, let me give you guys here's the entryway. So you've got your HVAC unit and your water heater in here. And then it leads to the back of the property where you've got your living area and kitchen. So while I'm showing you guys all this, let me tell you what all they've done. So they've completely updated the plumbing. The electric's all been rewired with new fixtures as well. The HVAC is new. The bathroom's been completely remodeled like we just saw. This kitchen has also been completely remodeled with these custom cabinets, new appliances, backsplash. They did a really good job making really good use of the space. The front storm door is brand new, and the flooring, the LVP flooring in the owner's suite is also new. And in this unit, all of the furniture conveys. This one they are not using as a short-term rental. They're using it as possibly a second home, or maybe they live here. I'm not quite sure which one it is. However, a unit like this, a lot of people, again, will discount because it's only a one bedroom. However, if you're using this as a second home, or if you're using it as a place to stay, because you've got, kids that are stationed at Hurlburt or something like that, or maybe this is like you're an empty nester and you just want something smaller, more manageable to live in full time. This is a great size. It is still super spacious. They've got, a nice, good size, fluffy couch with another chair here. And then, I don't get you guys too dizzy, you've got your TV right behind me with the custom cabinets down here. They're using this, it's really smart, that it's just a piece of furniture, but they're using it as a combo for an island for more counter space, as well as their eating area. So I mean, it's not cramped in here at all. So it's under 600 square feet, but you've got quite a bit of room. And then of course, because you've got this amazing view, and they've made really good use of this patio area, it's basically like a second living area. And then they were smart and gave you like an awning to pull down and that's going to be a little bit sheer, so it'll still let light in, but once that sun comes down and you're wanting to come out here and enjoy your patio, that sun's going to be in your face. But there's the pool, and I'll go over there in a little bit. There's the dock, giving you a little sneak peek. But it's a good size patio. Before I head off and show you guys the rest of this amazing condo complex, I did want to say thank you to Candace Floyd of the Property Group 850 for letting me show you guys this amazing unit. Hey guys, it's Kristen Weller. I'm with the Emerald Group and this is Life in Navarre. All of my information will be popping up here in a minute. If you are looking for a property for a second home, or maybe something that's just you're downsizing and you want less to take care of, reach out to me. My phone number, text message, find me on my socials, and I'd love to help you out and find that perfect property here in Navarre, Gulf Breeze area. Let's go check out the rest of the amenities outside. This is building D. So Sunset Harbor Village is on the Sound, which means that, as you can see behind me, you are right next to 98, which isn't a bad thing. It's got really great location. You are super close to Highway 87. You're super close to the bridge going over into the beach or onto the beach. So you're close to everything. And honestly, from the units, you really can't hear the noise behind me from the cars and everything from the traffic. So you're set away enough. I think you can see like there's a huge just empty fields basically behind me. So kind of keep that in mind too, because we are in the Sound. So just having the 98 right here is kind of a blessing and a curse. But you're close to everything. Publix is right over this way. You've got Buffalo Wild Wings, Starbucks, Chipotle right across the street. Got everything you can need. All right, so while I am taking you guys over to look at all the awesome amenities, I did want to talk about the market for Safe Harbor. There are currently 4 units available for sale. One bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and 2 3-bedrooms. So the 1-bedroom, as we just saw, that's listed at $325. There's a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Let me go this way. That's listed for $375, and then the 2 3-bedrooms are 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, listed from $389.5 up to $429, and they're both 1,350 square feet. So good sizes all around. And as you can see, kind of behind me, this is the other building. Let me actually kind of show you from here. So that's building D, and this is building B. Now, there's no A and C, so I don't know if maybe they ran out of funding when they first put the buildings all together, or maybe that's what the other field was for, but only 2 buildings. Let's go show you guys the dock. So you've got a little grilling station over here. There's your pool. So when I was reading the HOA docs and the rules and regs and everything, one thing I noticed that was kind of cool to read actually was it seems like a lot of the owners are just really collaborative, which kind of, as you can see back here, you've got, those are not typical. Having a green egg over here is not typical for what an HOA will purchase for a barbecue pit. So it seemed like a lot of them kind of work together and have a good relationship with each other. Because one of the things is, I guess they like to do crab hunting, I guess you could say. So they've got the big crab cages, and the rules just said you can have them out there, just don't touch anybody else's crab cage. I don't know what they're called. So just kind of cool that they're all kind of collaborative and kind of work together, and it doesn't seem like there's a ton of drama. It's a really long deck. I think I read that it was like 360 some feet, and man, is it. For someone that doesn't like to be on the water. This is kind of freaking me out, but that's all right. The things I do for you guys. So I hope you're able to see how this might be another option for you if you don't want to deal with a bunch of crowds, but you do want that condo lifestyle on the water. If so, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and then ring that bell so that you don't miss another video that I drop about my amazing home of Navarre, Florida.